Welcome back to 16 News Now. The University of Notre Dame is celebrating 50 years of women's varsity sports. With Cheer Her Name events, you've got your pin on here, honoring women's athletes through the whole week. And joining us is Indiana State Senator Liz Brown, a former Notre Dame athlete herself. So can you tell me a little bit what all these Cheering Her Names events have been about all weekend long and what's to come?
Yes, it's been a wonderful weekend so far. Yesterday they dedicated the circle with a special dedication for women here at Notre Dame. It's been 50 years, and so they're also celebrating women having been in varsity sports here at Notre Dame as well, and the university's done a wonderful job.
Yes, absolutely. And so what are some other events that you have to look forward to throughout the weekend?
Well, last night they had a reception, and of course they're encouraging everyone to go to all the women's Duke soccer game Thursday, and then last night there was a volleyball game, and of course the big game to get today, and then this morning after this there'll be a breakfast with the athletic director. So Notre Dame is really making sure they're rolling out the red carpet for us.
That's wonderful. And then yes, last night at the basketball game on the Jumbotron they had a big Cheer Her Name thing. So how is it seeing former teammates and seeing how things have changed since you were at Notre Dame?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously when I was here, there weren't that many varsity sports. I think there were just 2 at the time. And so now, I mean, it's so impressive. And obviously, frankly, the quality of the teams is a heck of a lot better since I was here. But it's great. I mean, Notre Dame has always been extremely supportive from the day women walked on the campus.
Yes, we've been seeing those facility upgrades.
Yes.
We're seeing more women represented in women's sports, which is wonderful.
Yes.
And then because you're a senator, recently Trump has posted these executive orders saying that transgender athletes are not able to compete in the women's category. Can you speak a little bit to that?
Sure. Here in Indiana, we actually just passed that law. Other states, for example, Idaho passed a Fairness in Women's Sports Act 5 years ago. We just passed it for college athletes this past year. And I mean, I'm sure it has continued, but when I was here on the fencing team, for example, we practiced right alongside the men's team, the women did, but we competed just against women, and I think that's only fair. I can tell you that we have fought very hard as women to be considered equal in terms of access to facilities and things like that, and I think it would be incredibly unfair and frankly kind of dangerous for in some sports for women to have to compete against men.
I see. So we actually want what viewers think today. So for our question of the day, we're actually asking, do you support transgender women competing in sports? So far, agreeing with you, 4% of people say yes, some people say not sure, and 90% say no. So that's in support of that legislation just passed in Indiana, no transgender women competing in sports. But if you want to weigh in on the conversation, make sure to vote now at WNDU.com. Thank you so much, Senator, for joining us today.
Thanks. Go Irish.
Yes, go Irish.